Ow, it's hot. Why don't I get some tongs? It's only 155 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not hot at all. Are you like me and you hate dark chicken meat? I, for the most part, don't like it. I find it too fatty. It's not really my jam. But I understand something. And it's simply put that sometimes the supermarket makes a deal that you can't refuse. So this is a preempt to the video that I'm about to make where I'm going to talk about can you survive for 3 months on $600? So in finding these amazing deals, I could not refuse them. I'm talking like 69 cents per pound. I had to cook these chickens in different ways because I hate dark meat and I think that it would be a disservice to sit there and just let perfectly good chicken meat go to waste. And so I tested out in several different ways to find the best recipe in 30 minutes or less. And for the sake of sanity, I didn't do the obvious things like sauteing or frying or baking. I did different odd things that I found were way more amazing than any of the traditional ways to cook a chicken. Like sticking a chicken in a frying pan and just letting it cook slowly. None of that holds a candle to some of the stuff we did in this video. So if you liked it, hit the subscribe button. And if you don't like the video at the end of it, you can always unsubscribe. Real easy. Any of these cooking YouTubers who touch raw meat with their bare hands, I have some words for you. Stop it. One bag. You take it. You put the chicken in it. One leg, one thigh. Simple as can be, right? Chicken. Oil. I use olive oil. Take, you put maybe like a tablespoon up in here. Wow, it's harder to do than I thought. Simple. Done. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Not hard, just a little bit. It's going to be basically searing in there for the better part of 4 hours. Searing, boiling. We'll say boiling. A little bit of salt, not too much. It's going to get all through that meat. You can see it, it's not too crazy. Simple. You take bag number 1, you seal, and then you push all of the air out. You got to leave like a little gap. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Little gap, you push out all of that air. All of it. And you close it up. That's as close as you can get without having to vacuum seal. And then you mush it all together. You mush the oil, you get that salt, that pepper. It's got to mix. It's got to mix. This is the law. I didn't make the law, I just enforce it. Take it, seal it again. Tight. Very tight. You don't want air in there because you're going to have a lot of air from your second bag. Wow, fucking hard as shit to do right now. And the extra layer, tighten up one more, second bag. I put them both top side up, so this way if anything happens, you're less likely to get double permeation from them being in a double bag. And again, you're pushing all the air out of this bag. Not hard. It's super easy. It's super easy. It's super easy. It just opened on me again. Fuck! Sous vide bag. As airtight as my little capability can do. Sous vide. Awesome. Take the lid off. This buddy's been going for 4 hours. This is test number 1. We're gonna do test number 2 now. 4 hours. 2 bags. This is our 8 hour and this is our 4 hour. We're gonna see which one turns out better.
Hey, real quick, I have to step in the video here. Just to let you know, if you want to get some free stocks, some free cryptocurrency, or just $30 in general, check the links, description down below. Use WeBull, Robinhood, get your free stocks. Get your free money, description down below. Let's get back into the video.
The next way is through what I'm calling bag roasting. We're gonna take our thigh and our leg, we're gonna combine them together. I'm gonna do 1 together and 2 separate. And then what we're doing is same thing as before. Glug of olive oil, salt, pepper. Take the chicken, a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna do them all the same. All the same, salt, pepper. I hope this looks good. And then we're going to do a tight wrap. I'm doing an exceptionally tight wrap. So basically want all of the liquids to pool on the bottom here. And that way we can take it and really ensure that we're losing as little moisture as possible. Taking just a little bit of olive oil, don't want to do too much. Salt, pepper, tightly wrapped. So we have our thigh and our drumstick, and we're gonna be cooking these in 2 different ways. So because the thigh and the drumstick are gonna cook a little differently, it's gonna take more time, we're gonna put this one on the pan. Throw it in the oven at 200 degrees, and then we're gonna take the thigh and the drumstick and put them on the top shelf as such. Oven at 200 degrees, we're gonna be doing these for 3 hours. 3, no more, no less.
3 hours later.
Oh God, how am I gonna open this one?
You done goofed.
How did I do this one? Oh God. Oh, there it is, okay. Ah! Ow! Ow, ow, ow!
You know, sometimes people use tongs.
They don't, no they don't. Are you ready?
We've established this. I really don't have a choice here. I'm being held against my will to taste test chicken. Please, somebody call for help.
Singular bag chicken thigh, cooked at 200 degrees for roughly 4.5 hours.
Just a chicken.
No, there's no chewiness, there's not that connective tissue that's sitting there. It all melted.
Yeah.
So you're just left with the meat. So I'm like, wow, that's actually really pleasant. I would almost say that's slightly better.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a little bit more softer and a little bit.
It holds it holds its shape a little bit more as well.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the thing is that this one just kind of like smushed in your mouth. This one actually kind of like stayed as chicken, and you felt like you were eating chicken.
So, okay. Remind me, because I don't even know if you actually told me, what is the difference between these 4 pieces of chicken?
So these were bagged together.
Okay.
These were bagged individually.
Okay.
It's because I figured, for the most part, the chicken thigh is gonna have more fat.
Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, that's gonna have the most bleeding out juices. Now here's the thing is that I tend to find that the chicken drums, that's what they're called, right?
Yeah, a drumstick.
I didn't blank on that. The drumsticks, they tend to have a lot of firmness and then like kind of like a, I don't know what the word is, but basically fat not necessarily laden in the meat, and instead it's on the outside of the meat. So when you like deep fry it, it tends to permeate into the meat. Whereas the thigh usually tends to be fatty throughout the meat. Just a slight difference between them. So I wanted to see like if it's necessarily going to be mattering if the flavors combine or if they stay separate. So kind of like, not really a huge test, but really more so the idea that does it benefit from being in a bag? Because at the end of the day, that was the main goal, is it being in a bag a good thing? My question is, are you willing to take risks?
Again, I don't think I have an option here, so
This
we're gonna go
one
with
you
yes.
do. This one you do.
Oh, wow, choice.
So these were cooked at 155 degrees Fahrenheit, which is technically undercooked. This was the one that was cooked for 8 hours, so I'm pretty confident it's cooked all the way through. That one, I don't know yet.
Don't we have thermometers for things like this?
I thermometered it, it still said 155, or 160 when I pulled it out, because I basically kind of like heated it up real fast before it was done.
160 is fine.
We'll see. So, this is just purely sous vide. Normally, what you would do is you would sous vide it, give it a quick sear. But because we're working with the dark meat pieces, I'm not doing that.
Okay, yeah, you say so.
That's very different.
Oh, joy.
Good luck. I am in kind of like an amazement of just, like you said, it has no flavor, yet is exceptionally chickeny flavor.
Yeah.
It just tastes like really concentrated chicken.
Yeah, I'm not tasting any like salt or pepper or anything.
So I'm like, oh my god, this would be fantastic if you could do like a marinade or like an MSG type of thing. You just dunk it in like a fuckload of MSG and you let it permeate, give it like maybe a 6-hour marinade. We're gonna take this pork, save my juice, and then just turn it over, and the chicken gets a nice little blue fire on it.
Right. The blue adds extra flavor.
Well, think about it. So, you have chicken fat.
Yeah.
And chicken fat sucks unless it's crispy. You get it nice and crispy, you leach all that oil out of there. It's delicious. So, what that piece is doing over there is pretty awesome. Now, do you want to reach your hand in there and grab one for me?
No, I do not.
Coward! Let's see if this one's even done. I have no idea.
Right, do we have to light it on fire again?
I'd say that's cooked. Okay, that's the best one we've had so far.
I agree.
I just don't know how it's bad in any way. It's like, it's good, it's got the Everclear, it burns. I died in the inside yesterday, that's not the point. It hits all the notes. It's got the texture, it's got the flavor, it's not too much. 4 hours the way to go in my opinion.
Alright, so 4 hours plus Everclear equals awesome chicken.
Yeah! Woo! It's still on fire, Jocelyn! I don't know why it's still on fire!
Because you used Everclear!
Alcohol should burn off. It's like, it should be like gasoline where it goes whoosh and then it stops. This is kind of a problem.
Just do like a time lapse of us fucking with this. It does not taste better.
No.
Okay. So,
It tastes like burnt chicken without being burnt.
it tastes like Everclear. For me.
I feel like I'm eating a burnt piece of chicken that hasn't actually burned.
So, we all learned today that don't burn the Everclear off. Light it on fire for a little while, but don't let it go all the way.
That is some naysayery.
We
You need
just
to stop.
tried it. It just
We
happened.
clearly didn't do it correctly, Jocelyn.
I mean, no arguments there.
If you
Fucked it up.
fuck up the scientific formula, you don't just stop. You go, I need to adjust my recipe and fix my formula. So now it seems like it's almost done, but...
Well, only one way to find out. Oh shit. Oh,
That
shit.
is
Very much done.
very done. Overly.
Oh, okay. Well. For those of you who couldn't read the thermometer, which was everyone, that was at 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn. Okay, that's gonna be dry, even though it's steam.
Stop burning things.
Nothing's on fire yet.
Right now.
You are a naysayer. You are like the human epitome of the comment section.
I'm not insulted by that.
Which one? First.
That one.
Jocelyn.
That one. That one. That one. That one! Do you not notice me saying that
No,
one?
I don't. I'm not looking at the chicken, so... It's not bad.
No.
It holds its connective tissue. But it's devoid of flavor, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I only did like a simple rub of olive oil and salt on it, but like it just seemed to have, if you were like, I want a nice, not chewy piece of chicken, but like a firmer piece, that would be what you go for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're starting off with one steamed, you gotta have two. And if we end up on any fetish sites about feeding fetishes, we're gonna have some fucking words.
Monetize it and give us the money.
I got a nice piece of pepper on there,
Mm.
and that was actually really good. Like, because the pepper sat on the outside,
Yeah.
and it's not making direct contact with the surface, it didn't burn.
Yeah.
So I felt like I just ate some really good peppered chicken, now I want some lemon.
I did not get pepper like that, so I did not have that delightful experience. But, that sounds cool.
Like, the spice just sits on there. Like, so if I was doing like an herb chicken, and I literally just rubbed a bunch of fucking herbs on there, and maybe well, because you have chicken drums, you have the skin here, put it all under the skin, try to like tie it up maybe, like put some sort of poker in there, that would be phenomenal. Obviously this one's going to be the best. It tastes like chicken, you put it on a fucking plate, you eat it. That's why we're not doing a saute. That's why we're not doing a fucking oven baked or rotisserie baked. It's obviously gonna be the best way that way. Especially if you want the crunch, especially if you want that flavor. You asked me which one is my favorite.
I did.
So if I was saying, hey, I gotta feed a family of 4, and I need to have something that's good, tasty, and healthy, all ready to go at the same time. Well, if I worked from home, I would say the bag chicken method. The reason why is because the bag chicken method just has this one unique feature. If you do it right, it can't fail. So the thing is that the bag chicken method only requires aluminum foil, preferably a container to hold the juices in case you lose anything. And the kind of unique part is that it gives you a lot of flexibility. So if I said, hey, I want herby chicken, congratulations, you can make herby chicken. If you just want oil, salt, pepper, you got that. If you wanted to make a lemon, if you wanted to make a Cajun, you have all of these elements. And what I would do literally is go, okay, let's say I want my family to try Cajun, for example. I would take that, cook it for 2 hours on the 200 degrees, and then I would take it out, put it on here, and then the next 2 hours I would leave it unwrapped, rub it vigorously with like a Cajun spice, maybe a little bit of lime, and throw it back in there 2 more hours. It would be so tender, so crisp. The problem is with that plan, and that's a better said, it's easier said than done, is that you need enough crisp on there to justify that, especially if you're doing Cajun. So I'm saying it, but I guarantee as soon as I tried it, it wouldn't work. So for the sake of just like, what is the best with what I did and what I'm planning to do for the chicken Caesar salad, 4 hour sous vide.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course you would agree